Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? Hope you all are well and fine and can follow nicely these online classes. Today in this online class, I'll discuss about RS incompatibility. And the RS blood group is one of the type of blood group system, and you know that blood group system is classified into different types according to presence or absence of some antigens on the RBC membrane. So in this RH blood group, the antigens are known as RH factor, and these are capital CDE and small cde. And among these 6 antigens, capital D antigen is more antigenic. So the person who has capital D antigen is RH positive, and the person who has no type D antigen is known as RH negative. Now in this regard, RH positive and RH negative both have no agglutinin or antibody. But in case of RH negative person, antibodies can be formed. And RH positive, as because the person has already the antigens, their own antigens, so they never produce the antibody. So in this case, RH positive is safe and RH negative is in danger because RH incompatibility occurs in case of RH negative person. And how the antibodies is formed? Antibody in RH individual can be formed when RH positive blood is transfused. It is the first way. So another way is for RH negative mother. When mother is negative and father is positive and also fetus is also positive, then this RH incompatibility occurs. That is, antibody is formed in RH negative mother that will cause incompatibility. Now, what is RH incompatibility? Incompatibility or mismatching of blood in respect of RH blood group is known as RH incompatibility. Then again, I say that RH negative person has the RH incompatibility. There is no chance of RH incompatibility in case of RH positive person. And RH negative person produce antibody against RH factor when the person is transfused by RH positive blood. And another example is erythroblastosis fetus. So what happens when RH positive blood is transfused in RH negative person? At first time, there is no reaction. Actually, there is no immediate reaction. If there is any reaction, that will cause delayed reaction, because for antibody production, the next 2 to 4 months is required. So after transfusion of RH positive blood, the RH negative person produce antibody against the RH factor, and for this production of antibody, 2 to 4 months is required. So there is no immediate reaction. There is only delayed reaction if the transfused blood still contains the RBC. So another important example for RH incompatibility is erythroblastosis fetalis. It is also known as hemolytic disease of the newborn or icterus gravis neonatara. Erythroblastosis fetalis is a disease of the fetus and newborn infant characterized by progressive agglutination and subsequent phagocytosis of the red blood cells that occurs when the mother is Rh negative, the father is Rh positive, and the baby has inherited the Rh positive characteristics from the father. So, in this definition, you see there are some points, that is, mother is Rh negative here, father is Rh positive here, and fetus is also Rh positive. If the fetus is Rh negative, there is no problem, there is no erythroblastosis fetalis. But if the fetus is positive, it is inherited from father, then there will be erythroblastosis fetalis. And in this case, in this disease, there will be progressive agglutination and then subsequent phagocytosis, that is subsequent hemolysis of the RBC in fetal circulation. And in this figure you see that fetus is positive blood, mother has negative blood. And what happens during pregnancy? Throughout the pregnancy there is no problem. Actually, fetal circulation and mother circulation is separated by placenta. So there is no admixture of fetal circulation and mother circulation throughout the pregnancy. But during delivery, when placenta is separated, then a small amount of blood can be leaked to the maternal circulation from fetal circulation. And as you know, fetus has Rh positive blood, that is, fetus has Rh factor in RBC membrane. So this antigen cause antibody production in the maternal circulation. So first time there is no problem, there is no incompatibility, but next pregnancy, if the fetus is again Rh positive, then Rh incompatibility occurs, because in this time mother's antibody can cross the placenta and reach the fetal circulation and then cause agglutination of fetal circulation. So first, Rh positive baby is safe and does not suffer, but this incidence will rise with subsequent pregnancy. Now these are the clinical features. Clinical features of the fetus, that is erythroblastosis fetalis. When there is agglutination of fetal RBC, there will be subsequent hemolysis, and which will cause jaundice, anemia, and in this case liver and spleen will be enlarged. To compensate the deficiency of RBC, liver and spleen will produce more RBC, because these are the site of erythropoiesis in fetal life. But in this case, in erythroblastosis fetalis, what happens? The RBC cannot mature enough. During the immature, that is, the blast cells are coming out in circulation. So it is known as erythroblastosis fetalis. Erythroblastosis means increased number of erythroblasts in circulation, in fetal circulation. That is why it is called erythroblastosis fetalis.
Now another clinical feature is kernicterus. Kernicterus is related to bilirubin level. When there will be more hemolysis, the bilirubin level will be more, and when it exceeds more than 18 milligram per deciliter, then this bilirubin will cross through the blood-brain barrier and precipitate in the basal ganglia and cause a permanent damage of this motor area. And you know that in adult the blood-brain barrier is very strong, but in case of this fetal life, blood-brain barrier is not mature, so increased concentration of bilirubin can pass through this blood-brain barrier, and it causes a permanent damage to the motor area. And another complication or clinical feature is hydrops fetalis. In this case, fetus is edematous, grossly edematous. You see the figure? This is the hydrops fetalis. Fetus is grossly edematous, and it is either die. Actually, this fetus will die inside the uterus, but they may born prematurely or at term, but they will die within few hours due to anemic heart failure. So, dear girls, see what are the dangerous effect of RS incompatibility in RS negative mother. And now there are the treatment and prevention. Of course, treatment is for fetus and prevention is for mother. Treatment is only one treatment. This is called exchange transfusion. In this case, blood transfusion is done. In this case, blood transfusion is done by RS negative blood. That is, negative blood will be transfused, and the neonate's own blood, that is the RS positive blood, should be withdrawn. And about 400 ml of blood is infused over a period of 1.5 or more hours. At the same time, neonate's own blood should be removed, and this procedure may be repeated several times during the first few weeks of life. So this is the term exchange transfusion, that is transfusion of negative blood and then removal of fetal own blood. Now the prevention of mother, and there are two ways. In first case, when the mother comes during routine antenatal checkup, then you can advise for an anti-D antibody at 28 to 30 weeks of pregnancy. But when mother comes during delivery or after delivery, this anti-D antibody is administered within 72 hours of delivery. And in this way, we can prevent the erythroblastosis fetalis. So this is all about RS incompatibility. So my dear students, please note the lecture classes carefully and read the textbook with the help of this lecture. Thank you. Take care of yourself and be safe and well. Assalamu alaikum.